Hi, I'm Heidi with Broadmeadow Farm. We like to share tips and tricks about simple living, gardening, and acreage life. Today we're going to be working on my raspberry patch. It's one area of our garden that I've kind of let get away from me, and I've got some quackgrass that's taking over, some annual grass, and it just needs to have a good clean out. We've got this patch here. It's about 3 years old, but I've kind of let it go, and we're going to work today on getting rid of some of the quackgrass, taking out some of the dead stalks, and then leaving what's good. Quackgrass gets in really bad and it'll just take over, but unfortunately you just can't pull it with your hands. You're going to have to actually use a shovel. So this is why you've got to get the quackgrass out. These are what's called rhizomes. Each one of these little things are called nodules, and if you break them off here, that one's going to turn into a new plant. That one's going to turn into a new plant. So you actually have to pull all of this out or it's just going to keep going. After you've got all of your weeds out, you want to start working on what is dead and what's alive. This one here is got alive right here. So you want to cut that off and cut right above there. Now this entire stalk is dead completely. There's nothing living all the way to the bottom, so you want to cut that right out. There's no point in leaving it in there. It's to scratch you when you're picking raspberries. When you've got all of your quackgrass cleaned up like we have here, it's much easier to see what is dead and what is alive. So if we look at this branch right here, we've got some leaves coming up, but we can't really tell if these up here are growing or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this entire stalk for another week, and then we're going to see what comes out. If next week from here to here is dead, I'm going to cut this portion off. But for now, we're going to leave most of from here up another week to see if they're going to leaf out. But this is where we've got really obvious dead ones. This one here is crispy, so we're going to cut this one right off at the bottom. We're going to pile these up so we can take them away because they are really pokey and you don't want to step on them or get them put into your garden. So again, this branch here snapped right off, so we know it's dead. So we're going to keep cutting out the dead stalks, making a pile beside us. This one's dead. This one snapped off. This one here looks dead, but again, these buds are coming, so we're going to leave that one for a little bit. This one here is dead. Don't be afraid to cut too much off. You're not going to ruin your plant. They've got strong roots and they're going to keep coming from the bottom. If you don't know where to start, that's okay. You really can't do a whole lot of damage to a good established patch of raspberries. The biggest thing is don't be scared. Put on some long sleeves, put on your gloves, and just get out there in the garden. Each stem is going to have a place where the leaves are going to come in. That's what you're looking for. If the stem is brittle and stiff, that's one that you're going to take out. It's going to feel just like a twig and brittle. If you're concerned, just leave it another week and then you should be able to see where the leaves are coming in. Every year, the raspberries will fruit on one stem, and then next year that stem is not going to be producing anything and it's going to be dead. So every spring I need to get in there, take out the dead, clean out the weeds, just to give everything a little bit room to grow, to allow the sun to get in, allow the plants to have some water that gets to the roots. It just gives all of the raspberries a good room for growth and lots of room for me to come in when it's time to pick the raspberries as well. If you like this video, make sure you click like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any notifications and all the videos that are coming up. Thanks for gardening with me today. Stay tuned in the following weeks for more tips and tricks about gardening, acreage life, and simple living.